Hello from Magic Kingdom. It's the middle of the day on a nice and warm Saturday at the end of August, and we're out here at Magic Kingdom to check out the recent construction. You may remember we discussed before all the COVID stuff started that Disney might start construction on a bunch of projects. Instead, things got halted. But now that we're over a month into the reopening, things have started to resume progress. So we're going to go ahead and walk around Magic Kingdom here and show you exactly what's been going on.
What's left to do?
Yeah, mainly TRON. TRON's been under a lot of construction. But as you can see behind us, that's City Hall. That's the Guest Relations building. This was under construction with the big refurb wall since before COVID, and it's still behind it. So it's a lot of work going on there.
At least it's a themed refurb wall.
And not just a random crazy wall. But we're going to do a full lap and show you every bit of construction, even the stuff that you probably don't care about. Only thing that I would probably care about anyway. So, let's go! Another piece of construction is outside here. Crystal Palace over here to the right. So this would be considered the Western Bypass near First Aid and Baby Care Center, near the restrooms besides Casey Corner. So like I said, this would consider to be the West Bypass. You may remember a few years ago when Happily Ever After and the refurbishment for all the hub happening with the hub grass, they built out the Far East Bypass so they can help people get out for fireworks faster. This was going to be a Western Bypass, supposedly according to permits filed, and it would lead behind Main Street out towards the fire station. But since COVID, there's no fireworks or parades or anything else happening at the end of the night. So I assume it was meant for the 50th anniversary coming next year for Walt Disney World. Construction's kind of halted on it. There's no need to finish it right now. There's no need to continue because limited crowds, limited capacity concerns. Over here at Country Bear Jamboree in the heart of Frontierland, we see some netting up on top of Country Bear Jamboree. I'm not sure how well it's going to turn out in video here, so I'm going to go ahead. We're going to walk around it a bit, but I would assume it's maybe to stop birds from trying to nesting up there. But I've never really seen this before in the parks. That's really wild. Probably the most important and the most controversial subject of recent construction has been the remodel, repainting, redo, refurbishment, or whatever else of Cinderella Castle here. We're looking at a nice rose gold color with great blue turrets, gold. It looks absolutely stunning in person. But they've been working on it since before COVID, since through all the closures, and then once the parks reopened, they're working on it still. The moat has been refilled as of a few days ago, which means that construction has wrapped up, because you can't really run a crane in the water. Well, I mean you could, but it's not going to get too far. So yeah, we can safely assume that the Cinderella Castle refurbishment has been completed. And that's big news. That's awesome. In the heart of Cinderella Castle right here, we have some construction. So you may remember Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique expanded into the area that was Castle Couture out here, which so that's the entire big building now. Used to be a dress shop and stuff, is now all Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And I think that they were using the inside of the castle for overflow. Whee! But now it's just under refurbishment, under construction. So who knows what's coming? And now for the biggest piece of construction news, probably at Walt Disney World, is the TRON Lightcycle Power Run construction in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom. Now the track was completed a long time ago, but since COVID, they've been pretty quiet on the construction front. Of course, there was no construction during the park closures, but now that they're reopened, it's a Saturday. And you can tell by the swinging crane, they're actively working on things right now, which is, it's cool. It's great to see work on a weekend. Typically, you only see work on weekends when there's time crunches to be had. And if they're trying to get this thing open in time for the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary next year, they're going to need to start working these crazy hours. But here you can see. So in front of us, give a little bit of layout. Excuse the finger. This portion here is going to be inside the building. You're going to launch out on the track, fly up around the track, and then back in to the grid. Outside track will be covered, thankfully, because, you know, Florida, rain, storms, etc. So you can see a bit of it coming up here. This white piece of track in the back is not roller coaster track. That's actually sections for the canopy. So the canopy is going to be this gigantic illuminated piece that covers all the outdoor portions of the TRON track. These rusted pieces that we see over here are actually support structures to get their canopy installed. We don't believe they'll be permanent, but they're there for sure to get the canopy up. You can even see some of the yellow on top of the coaster track there. Looks like a little tarp just to help protect the track from any construction above it. We can also see some more canopy pieces hanging over here to the left-hand side, getting ready to be installed over on top. And like I said, they're actively working. They're working out here now. It's 12:30 on a Saturday, and it's so cool to see Saturday work. As an enthusiast and as a Disney fan, this is good news. There's also a weird structure here in the middle. It almost looks like an elevator shaft to a point, but who really knows? And then, of course, the majority of the building has been enclosed. There's a portion over there facing towards the other side, facing towards Contemporary, that's not enclosed yet, and you can see that from over at that resort. But for the most part, building's enclosed. I'm sure they're working on stuff inside, getting the outside done. There's a little over a year on the clock for TRON to open, not reopen, here at Walt Disney World. This is really exciting times. We're over here in not Frontierland. We're over here in Tomorrowland, yeah, opposite side, to check out the construction here. So you can see that they're removing the elements, the old metallic elements, and they're transferring them back to concrete, back to just regular, nice looking 1971 type deal. You can see a few of them across the way up on People Mover track. They have to be touched. It looks like they're actually reforming them with chicken wire and then plastering over them so they look like real concrete. You can see a whole bunch of them down this stretch above Buzz and Monsters Inc. They have to be touched. But then again, you can see the finished product outside of Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor right behind it. And it looks great. It looks really wonderful and nice and sleek and clean. Also interesting news, the Stitch's Great Escape sign has been removed. And we're currently greeted by this nice, great refurb construction wall. Kind of just tore it away, but you can see it was never actually attached to the building, so that's cool. And then some more work on People Mover track. People Mover's down until October something, they said. So I'll have to be riding that for a while. And then to wrap up our lap around Magic Kingdom looking at the construction, it's just the end of Tomorrowland here, facing towards the hub with the castle. You see all of the different areas up on top of People Mover that we've seen getting replaced in Tomorrowland. And the entire way down, the entire support structure is being refurbished. Now this is all metal looking, very much for the 1994 refurbishment. Looks like it's just taking it all out, like they've been doing all across Tomorrowland. Just making it look like it's all just whitewashed and not metal and metallic. So, we'll see this. We've seen this up here since March. Hopefully it'll be down soon and we'll see some more of the new Tomorrowland up here. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up here from Magic Kingdom with just a quick construction update. But mostly TRON. TRON is chugging along. They're working on it all week long at this point. Coming next year. Thanks for watching.